Hello everyone, gonna get started here in just a second. I don't know if you can hear the air conditioner, but it's pretty special right now. Hang on. Welcome, we're going to be doing Ravenlofty stuff. Looks like I haven't actually done that yet. I'm quick at a level to 13 as well. Hello and welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream here on twitch.tv/DDO stream, youtube.com/Dungeons&Dragons/live, and facebook.com/DDO Unlimited. I am Community Manager Cordovan, live from the NASA Wind Tunnel Experiment Center. We have an air conditioner problem. I don't know if this is being picked up on the microphone, but it is so loud that you kind of need to yell at each other to be heard in the front half of the office. I don't know why it's doing this, but it's seriously like a white noise generator at 50 decibels. Utterly insane. Let me get a quick level check if possible. I want to make sure that we're okay if we bring in a level 15. Cool, looks like man, I might have actually topped out Ravager. I wonder if I'm actually heading into Frenzied Berserker at this point. I think I probably am. Yeah, alright. Yeah, it's... Lots of rages. Okay. Like I said, I'm running just a little bit late here today. Sorry about that. I've got stuff to do. It looks like I'm a little bit of inventory management to take care of here on this character. I have my bottle of mist, so that's good. Oh yeah, that's the desert stuff. That's why that's there. What do I have there? Ancient Volcurum Dagger. Oh yeah, I'm saving that as in case I do a Vistani. That's what's up. I think you have some sort of fan noise in the background. Yes, that's what I was saying. I'm coming at you live from the NASA Wind Tunnel. Hey, we have got an issue with our air conditioner in the office right now. We have to yell at each other to be heard, particularly in the front half of the office where the live stream room is located. It is absolutely insane. If you think it's loud on this mic, you should hear what it is in my head, or just in this room. Let us say that work is being done to resolve this issue, but there was a little bit of a... like, the building was like, oh no, the air conditioner's fine. And it was like, no? I mean, granted, it is pumping out cool air. I will give it that. Let me make sure. I'm not seeing anybody on YouTube commenting, so let me make sure I'm actually live on YouTube. Okay, it looks like I am. I do see myself live on Facebook as well. We check the chat. Why no Chronicle? I was out of the office last week. That is why no Chronicle. I will be doing a DDO Chronicle this week, however. And we're actually going to be transitioning over. So in the next couple of weeks, Olive View, who introduced herself recently on the DDO forums and has been doing the Lotro Beacon, I believe, at least for the summer here, is going to be taking over Lotro or DDO Chronicle duties. So that's something to look forward to. You know, I've been doing the Chronicle now for 8 years. 300 and, oh my god, number of issues. So I think it's time that I pass the torch, as it were, to somebody who hasn't had to come up with 400 in some questions of the week. So I think that's going to be happening here relatively soon. I'm going to be training her up on it this week, and then I think she'll be starting to take it over next week. I might end up taking it back after my son goes back to his mother's. But, you know, my time is a little bit more limited when I've got him with me at home for the summer. You know, I can't stay late at work quite as much as I normally can and what have you. So just to kind of ease up my calendar a little bit, allow me to do this event that I want to be doing, which I'll talk about shortly. And that sort of thing. We're just temporarily going to be at least doing this. All right, if you guys are ready, go to Into the Mists. What is the news for White Plume Mountain? So yeah, let me get to the news. So first off, I would say this. We are aware that it has been a pretty slow couple of news weeks here for DDO. We just haven't really been able to tell you very much. It's been real quiet on the news front, but that will be changing shortly. Not this week, but possibly next week. We're going to have our first Lamania preview of Update 39. It's tentatively set for mid-ish week. Again, that could get shoved out by a whole week or longer, depending on what happens in the coming days. But it's likely our first Lamania preview is going to be focusing on the new enhancement tree work that we have set, along with perhaps maybe Crystal Cove and a few other things as well. One big thing that I really can't talk about yet. Yeah, so anyway, next week, perhaps, we're going to have our first Update 39 preview, and that's finally going to get you guys a whole bunch of good information on the favored soul tree and the other thing, and some other things. I'm sorry, I have to be coy. We haven't. There's a big thing that's coming in Update 39 that you guys don't know about yet, and I am not yet authorized to speak about. I apologize. So, what is up with White Plume Mountain? We are getting it ready for Lamania, is the answer to that question. Content-wise, where the content devs are hard at work putting together the quests of White Plume Mountain and other tales. And, you know, we're getting ready to do some kind of showing off for licensors and things like that before we can bring it to you, and that stuff should be available to preview relatively soon here on Lamania. I'm sorry, I can't give you more information about our enhancement tree stuff. People are watching me like a hawk. Is it the Dragon Sentient Jewel? No. That is something we want to do, but I don't know that we actually have set a formal release date for that. Why does there not seem to be class, race, and pack sales anymore? We did have a adventure pack sale not too long ago. I recall in the last couple of weeks, maybe last month, we did have a select adventure pack sale. I do think it's been a little while on the classes and races, but it's just part of our regular rotation. So it should be coming in pretty soon if it hasn't been there yet. Did I have a good trip to pick up my son? I did. We had a great time. So I actually took I don't actually take a lot of vacation. I don't know how much people realize that, but I rarely actually go on vacation. I usually try to save it for when I have my son with me. And so I took most of last week off of work. We went to a cave in Pennsylvania and had a really good time there. Went to Lost River Caverns, one of the old school 1930s caves in eastern Pennsylvania, if you're familiar with it. The other thing we did is we went camping. Not too far from where I live in central Massachusetts. We went to a really nice private campground. You know, kind of one of those pay campgrounds, but man, did we have a good time. Mini golfing and swimming and making s'mores and campfires and what have you. It was a really awesome time. So, yeah, I had a really much-needed vacation last week and had a really good time there. So I'm back to work this week. He's heading into daycare as of yesterday. And all that's good. There's a pack sale on right now? Okay. What is the weekend bonus? I'll get you that in just a second here. I have a question. When will there be more cosmetic auras for weapons? There's acid, fire, electric, and cold. You like the holy aura. You know, we haven't really... Well, the mist one was the last, right, for Ravenloft. And I do think I have heard of one that's coming in the future, but I can't really give you a whole lot more info on that. What server am I on? This week and next week I am on Arganessen, with one caveat. If Lamania is up by next week's show, then I'll probably be on Lamania next week and then do Argo the week after that. And this particular character is a TR'd character that I'm doing my third life? Second life? Second life, I guess. Yeah, 34-point build. Was a cleric, is now a barbarian. And that's really all there is to say about that. I wanted a melee class on Argo, because all my others, I've got a rogue for trapping with an old guild I was in at the time. Oop, where am I going? What am I doing? There we go. Someday I'm going to actually take the right direction out of the tavern for this first quest. That day will not be today, however. There we go. What is the weekend bonus? Okay, before I get started, let me actually do that here quick. I don't know, because I haven't been in the office in a little bit. The weekend bonus for June 7th, double Commendations of Valor and a plus 5% VIP XP boost. So double Commendations of Valor, and then if you're VIP, an extra plus 5% XP. Oops. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, that's a pretty good bonus, for sure. Can anyone get this? Sweet. We can get all the notes then. There we go. That's true. There is a sale going on Steam right now, from my understanding. I think it's part of some wider D&D sale, kind of a franchise-related sale rather than a SSG-specific sale. I happen to have noticed, now, I'm a little, I kind of don't want to sound like a shill for something that I have no actual financial connection to. But someone pointed out on the forums, and I guess I feel it would be worth mentioning here, that I noticed on Steam right now that Fantasy Grounds is on sale at 33% off. So, I'm not going to tell you to buy it, you know, do whatever you want. If you do tabletop live streaming, though, might want to check it out. I recently used Fantasy Grounds for that DDO stream, tabletop stream that we used with Kevin Melka and crew, and that turned out really good. I've used that both now then Fantasy Grounds and Roll20, and while Roll20 has the lovely distinction of being 100% free, which counts for a lot, Fantasy Grounds is nice. You know, there's something to be said for something that uses actual you know, gets paid support from actual employees, what have you, right? So. So it might be something you want to look into if you're planning to do tabletop live streaming or, you know, online pen and paper sessions. So yes, I am not an endorse it. SSG is not endorsing it. I'm just saying I've used it recently and it's like a third off, so. You know. When will PvP be a thing? So PvP is likely to remain a fairly small section of the DDO player base. That's not to say that there aren't PvP players in DDO, but it's always been the case that they're fairly small in number. And I really don't see that changing anytime soon. Why do I do this to myself? I always do that! Never mind, I'm going the wrong way anyway. Just completely ignore me. Let me be an idiot. And, call it done. We're actually going in a different direction. I'm completely an idiot on this one.
You can hear me, right?
There we go. Alright. That. So that said, I mean, there is PvP. I know it's not particularly well regarded by a lot of the DDO player base. That said, I have found that when people actually do get into the PvP arenas with their guilds in particular, and do, like, say, the capture the flag and all that sort of thing, they actually have a really good time. I myself have really had some fun times in the PvP, like, capture the flag deathmatch arenas. Less so maybe in the standard tavern pits, but it's something to check out. If you want to give DDO PvP a try, I'd check out that actual kind of PvP private instance zone things that we have. I think you might find that they're pretty enjoyable and actually pretty fun. But in terms of answering your question as to when are we going to do more PvP, frankly, it's just not too likely for the foreseeable future. We just don't have enough public interest in it to really be able to justify doing a lot of PvP development at this time. Any plans to add more purchase options to the Commendations of Valar? Probably not. Again, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer here, but there are people sitting on millions of those things, thanks in part to duping. And that makes it difficult for us to support further investment in Commendations of Valor. It's been mentioned in the forums, but why don't the Epic Heart of Madness quests... Why don't what? These are quests in the 12 and give 12 favor, level 26 too, so not legendary. Oh, why don't they drop tokens? The answer to that is because the... So you're talking about the specific Eberron, the old token system. They were made really after that system no longer was supported. The only real purpose it has nowadays is to get free hearts, and there's lots of quests you can do to get free hearts. Plus, frankly, a lot of players are just sitting on stacks of massive quantities of those things already. So it just... we don't really support that anymore. And I just don't really see us supporting that too much anymore. But that's the answer anyway. When that content was made, that system had been deprecated outside of its, you know, minor current use. And we just don't really plan to... We're not still adding tokens to new Eberron quests. Question, has there ever been, or will there ever be, a Dungeons & Dragons online partner program for Twitch streamers?
Just out in the open.
What we do, the way that we currently do this... Actually, that's pretty good. I have something I can equip. Alright. We have DDO Stream, which is really a program for people to get the word out about their Twitch shows. and something that we have been actively supporting for some time now. In terms of a formal paid partner program, probably not. I just don't really see that being a commercially viable thing for most folks, up to and including us. Not that we're opposed, I just don't think that the numbers really work out in our favor to do something like that. But if you are a Twitch streamer and you want to stream Dungeons & Dragons online and you would like to build your audience, please get in touch with me. What we can do is get you on the official DDO stream channel, and we'd be happy to probably have you on, provided you have just a basic level of competence. And you can get on our show, you can stream to our audience, and then hopefully the goal is it's symbiotic, right? So people find out about your show from DDO Stream because we're a one-stop shop for everything Dungeons & Dragons Online, and then they go to your channel and watch your own stream and support you kind of however you do your Twitch streaming there. Someone should do YouTube videos on the various PvP areas and how they work. You know, that's actually a good point. There were years ago now, I was actually planning to do exactly that. Back when I had a little more free time, I was actually planning to do a series of videos on how to PvP in DDO. Not like I'm a big PvPer, but just because that user interface system isn't really something a lot of people are aware of, and I kind of wanted to call attention to it. And you're right, a YouTube video makes a lot of sense for that kind of thing. So I actually think that's actually a good call. Maybe I could put something together on that in the relatively near future. Any update on Bear Die? I don't actually have an update on Bear Die. I apologize. I mean, I know it's something that we want to work on. I just don't know what the current status of it is. I'm sorry. Any chance in seeing Tokens of the 12 added to all end chests in Legendary and Epic Eberron quests? As I stated, no. That will not be happening.
I can take it.
That's really an outdated system and one that we don't really support beyond its current level of support. Besides, like I said, anyone who's looking for tokens, it's not like it's hard to get tokens. You can get that stuff so easy right now. Yeah, I do deliberately have a pretty low bar for participation in our Twitch channel, and that's by design. You know, I come from a do-it-yourself sort of background, for those who might remember DDO Cast and that sort of thing. And I like that. I wouldn't want to change that. So, for me, you know, having that kind of community-focused, rather than, say, hyper-corporate presence on Twitch is by design and deliberate. I like it that way. Maybe others would prefer something else, but I don't know. I kind of like that it's sort of community focused and community based and community supported. Since there's not word on classes and races going on sale. Okay, let me quick look at the calendar here. I can't give you guys I can't break news on regard to that. But it looks like the last time classes were on sale was in April. So about, what, not quite 2 months ago, we had classes on sale. And so it's probably just a quarterly thing. And I don't currently see it on the calendar, but our calendar really just goes to the end of the month. It has to get updated yet. So I would expect it in the coming months. Mithril lock update, I haven't had time to really follow up on that, I apologize too, but yeah, for sure. So, if Marauder in particular, and actually I think I've actually reached out to you once before, maybe you contacted me and I kind of got lost in the busyness of the time. Get in touch with me, particularly if you plan to main this game on your Twitch stream channel. Get in touch with me. You should be on DDO stream and then promote your own channel there. And I would be happy to get you, you know, some kind of codes and giveaway things to help you, you know, bribe people to watch. No, but you know what I mean. I could get you some support on codes and things like that. First time you noticed the long hair of me? Yeah. Nice. I approve of that use of the Big B's guiding hands. I tend to use it to troll my guildies on Thelanis. Nice, got our mangled corpse right off the bat. Did I already grab it? Okay, yeah. I'm actually not much of a troll, to be fair. I don't consider myself much of a troll, but when I'm sitting on a stack of free Big B's hands, and there's only one way to go in a dungeon, clearly that is the best time to use that Big B's guiding hand. When are we going to see Lamania up again? Potentially next week. Stay tuned. It may shift out some depending on the way development progresses in the coming days, but it could perhaps be as soon as next week. With a first preview of Update 39, most likely more Systems-y than content. But I think there'll be some pretty exciting stuff to look at. In fact, I know it. Because there's something that's coming that you guys don't know about yet. That I know about, and it's pretty awesome. I actually was kind of hoping to get a little bit of info out on the forums beforehand, but maybe this is a little inside baseball. The development team prefers that when people get their first look at the new enhancement trees and things, that they do it in a way that they can actually test it out on Lamania. Not that there isn't value in theory crafting, but there is less value in theory crafting than in practical experience. What we've found historically is that if the only access to give feedback on an enhancement tree is by theory crafting without any ability to at least have done some testing in a Lamania preview environment, the feedback tends to be less valuable. We tend to get a little more knee-jerk reactions. Oh my god, this thing's OP, or oh my god, this thing is useless, when in fact it isn't. So I think even if we were in a position to perhaps let some of that stuff out of the bag this week, there's a desire to hang off until we can get that on Lamania, and then do the practical feedback in addition to the theory crafting. Am I able to talk about the plan on raids in the update? Yes, but here's the answer, is that update 39 will not have a raid. We will be doing a raid this year, and I don't think we're yet ready to talk about that. But it is not going to be in update 39. Update 39 is White Plume Mountain and Other Tales. And those other tales are not raids. It's a quest pack. Daze me, will ya? Alright. What level is White Plume Mountain going to be? It's last word I heard is we are actually going to do a little bit of a split. White Plume Mountain itself will be heroic and legendary, and my understanding, at least currently, again, keep this with a grain of salt, it may change, is that the quests that are not White Plume Mountain might actually be in the lower epic range. Now, the reason for that, we've largely really been concentrating on end cap quests and that sort of thing. But there's been an undercurrent of people asking for, there really aren't many quests to run at, say, level 22, 23, that sort of thing. Even though you can kind of get past it fairly soon, the quests there have been around for a while. And there's just a really low number of them. So we're considering perhaps making some of these non-White Plume Mountain quests coming in Update 39 kind of help fill that gap and give people something new to run at that level. That's subject to change, though, and maybe we'll see. But, could happen. Thank you, Marauder. I agree. Yep. Are guards going to be fixed, i.e. 4d6 fire guard only does 1d6 several updates back. Bracers of the Sun and Moon was corrected, so it would seem possible to fix them all. I remember asking someone about that, and the answer is we would like to, but it's not something that is on our short-term agenda. Hopefully we can sick Linabel or Seal Star or someone on that in the relatively near future. See, I don't want to commit to the heroic levels because I might be wrong on that. Yeah, I just don't want to say until I talk to someone on the team, because I have a number in my head, but I might be wrong about that. I have not yet. Let me see. When do we... Yes, crafting XP boost was last weekend. That was last Thursday, May 31st through June 3rd. Do I ever play on Galanda? I do. I don't play personally regularly on Galanda very often. However, I do play on Galanda on the live stream here. I go alphabetically 2 weeks on every server, so next time I'm not on Lamania and I'm on the live worlds, it'll be Argo, then Kenneth, then Galanda, right? C, D, E, F, G. Yep, there we go. Is White Plume going to be free to VIPs, or will it be like Ravenloft and Evening Star? It will not be an adventure pack. VIPs will have access to the quests and all that sort of thing as part of their regular VIP package. It's too bad Big Bees isn't a level 1 spell for bards, casters, and divines. Oh my god, the spam! The spam! We would have so many of those things going on. Yeah. Bring it on, Count. Okay, audience hall, 2nd floor. Innocent royal bedroom, 3rd floor. Death card seer, 3rd floor. Okay. Will White Plume Mountain have a new crafting-ish system?
We go up. Yeah, 3rd floor, I guess.
Okay. Looks like people are split up a little bit. Shu and Titan, where are you?
3rd floor. On my way back down.
So I'm trying to think, will it have a new crafting-ish system? And I'm tempted to say no. Mostly because... did you pick that up? Who picked that up? It wasn't me. I don't think. For those who are familiar with White Plume Mountain, and we'll have a lot more about content and that sort of thing later on, but you'll know that there's a big focus on sentient weapons in White Plume Mountain, and I think that is really going to be the crafting system, as it were, is an expansion of the sentient weapon system. So, hello, Jerry. Shalom from Israel. Cool night hair. It's awesome. Shalom yourself.
When you say expansion of the sentient system, you mean more filigree sets or more?
Found that the grouping XP bonus is a big hit, way more LFMs up, any chance to see a permanent XP bonus available, such as 3% more per party member? Probably not. Part of the reason it is such a big hit is that it is because of its relative rarity. What we have found on bonuses where we just sort of keep things going all the time is they sort of lose their impact after a little while. There's also a minor consideration that we want to make sure we support both grouping and solo playstyles. And if it was always on, we'd probably hear from some of the soloers out there. But no, we kind of like it as a driver of participation. And it does that pretty effectively as a bonus, as you well point out. If you have found an unsolvable version of Amber Temple, please send in a bug report on that. Hey, that's not bad.
Gary, did you turn yourself up on your dial there for loop?
Please, not another darn crafting system. Okay. We are going to level 3, the Rooms of Weeping. Sweet. Yeah, I kind of thought the ally was over this way. Am I wrong? Anyone know where that, I thought this was the royal bedroom. Am I wrong? There we go. Yes, correct. Suma67 on the ladder bug. If you run up to a ladder, start going up, and you kind of get into a hitching situation, that's the so-called ladder bug, and that's usually done because there's a near microscopic sort of disconnect between two sections of ladder that a dev has to manually basically seal together in our world building program. So do /loc when you're on one of those ladders and send it in as a bug report. Okay, I'm actually trying to remember here. To get to the chapel, we actually go, what, up to the 3rd floor and then fall down? Is that correct? I definitely have run Rackham's trial fairly regularly and have not encountered that issue, so I can't... I don't know. Every time I hear about a ladder bug, I go check out the ladder, and most of the time it's fine. So, I can't remember. It's been a little while. Alright, so anyone remember how to get to this altar? The chapel?
4th floor, maybe?
If so, type it in chat. I'm not hearing things because of the audio here. Or go to the 2nd floor, walk the long path. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, this is looking familiar. There we go. There's the chapel. We really missed an opportunity to call these two zombies named and name them Statler and Waldorf. We should be ashamed of ourselves. Once again, I see Shu and Titan going off on their own path. Come join us, would you? That's true. If you pull the soldier card and can't make the search check for the secret door, you might be stuck on Amber Temple. I don't know. I think that's somewhat intentional. In that, why don't you have someone with enough search? But I hear what you're saying. Now, if I recall this one, this is down again, right? Fine, I'll just ignore that thing then. Alright, let's wait here till everyone gets together. I see a few folks who are still scattered about. Does anyone need help getting to where we are? If so, please type in chat. Alright, I'll just go on then. So I'm just finally scrolling through chat here. Not the right way. Thank you, Genova. Groovy. Well done. There we go. Awesome. Touch the flame.
In a flash of fire, you are teleported. There is a spiral staircase across the room, suggesting you are in one of the passages. A great rumble shakes the floor.
Symphonic lenses.
With the keystone in hand,
Anyone want those symphonic lenses? Otherwise, I will just keep them for an alt.
sure enough, the icon of Raven is still there. Damn it. With a sigh of relief, you wonder if
You got it, Genova?
that's with Esmeralda.
Hey, Jared, do you want his door scroll?
Oh no. Yeah, it's all scrolls. The best kind of full inventory. Alright, that is going to wrap it up for the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. I'll be back next Wednesday, either on the Mania or on Argonesson here again. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate you being here. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube to get these videos in your subscription feed. Follow us on Twitch if you want to be notified for when we go live with shows. Take a look at our Twitch schedule. And if you are interested in streaming, let me know. We have got shows all week long, and it would be awesome to see everyone here support them in chat. Have fun, everyone, and I'll see you again next week. I will also get in-game and get you guys a points code later on today. Have fun, everyone.